Hello
Hello.
guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, my name is Obu Godswill Uchi, and I have with me an amazing young lady. Her name is
Bukomi Big a crown.
Okay Bukumi is also a YouTuber, amazing reaction content. Just go check them out. Amazing content,
Thank you.
amazing content creator also because amazing content creator create amazing content. Yes, guys. Today we'll be reacting to a dog's Haram from Merciful Servants.
Okay.
I one thing why I wanted to look into this is because I used to have a landlord who was a Muslim, but she rejected dogs. I don't know. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to react to
Oh,
this and know why
wow.
that is. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, without wasting much of your time,
I can't wait.
let's get right into
Let's
this.
get right,
I want to learn
guys.
something.
Yes, guys.
Can we keep dog as a pet or for security reasons? As a pet, it is totally prohibited. The Prophet said, alayhi salatu wasalam, that angels do not enter a house where there's a portrait, a statue, or a dog. And he said that whoever keeps a dog other than a dog of a shepherd dog or a dog for hunting or guarding, then each day, out of his own good deeds, Allah will erase and deduct the weight of Mount Uhud of good deeds, of hasanat. A relative actually, who has a chihuahua in his house. And so many times our relatives tried to give him advice and said, oh, it's cute, it's lovely, it's this, it's that. So I said to him, listen, do you have enough good deeds every single day that would equal Mount Uhud in hasanat? He said, not even 1/10 of that. I said to him, then in this case, you're in debt. Because every day this is being erased and deducted from your good deeds. And this, my friend, means that you're in real deep trouble. So this is not permissible. Now, for security reasons, this is permissible, providing that these reasons are legitimate. So again, keeping a chihuahua in your house is not for security reasons. It can be eaten by cat. So if you have a German Shepherd, a Doberman, something that is really vicious, and there is a need for it, that you are in a really disturbed environment or neighborhood, that you fear for your life, and without that they would not be deterred from breaking into your house. This seems to be permissible, providing that you keep the dog outside the house and not allowing it to enter the house, and Allah knows best.
Yeah, so most people get the impression that Muslims somehow have something against dogs. So we need to go back and see where this comes from. First, we look at the Quran to see if the Quran says anything about dogs, and then we go to the traditions and we put everything together. Well, the Quran actually doesn't say anything negative about dogs. In fact, there is something positive because in the story of the youth who hid in the cave in the 18th chapter of the Quran, the 18th chapter, we have it that they had a companion, a dog. Many commentators say that this dog will also be in paradise. Now we know that nothing impure or unclean will be in paradise, but this dog will be there. So some will say, okay, but God will make this dog pure, so it'll be in paradise. But nevertheless, the Quran does not show anything negative about the dog and doesn't show that the dog is impure. On the other hand, there is actually a mention in the Quran that the food that is procured for Muslims by means of their hunting animals is permissible to eat. This is specifically mentioned in the 4th verse of the 5th chapter of the Quran. Among the hunting animals, there were dogs at the time. So it is well known that the dog would go hunt the animal, or at least retrieve the animal that may have been killed by a spear or arrow. The dog would go retrieve it and bring it. So the dog comes with the animal in its mouth. The saliva of the dog is impure, but this seems to speak against that because obviously the saliva of the dog gets mingled with the meat which it brings to its master. So from the Quranic perspective, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with dogs, and dogs may be good hunting animals, and the meat that they bring in their mouths are good for Muslims to eat. Obviously after washing and so on, as we would treat any other meat. So where does this idea come from that dogs are somehow impure? Well, it could be that at the time there were some dogs which were rabid, and the best way of dealing with that situation to protect the population was to euthanize some dogs. And as people remember the tradition, they just remember that dogs were euthanized without remembering the reason behind it. So it's not mentioned that the dogs were rabid, but that would be a good reason why dogs were euthanized. Otherwise, there'd be no good reason. There doesn't seem to be anything fundamentally wrong with dogs per se. And that's why, obviously, exception was made for the hunting dog and the guard dog and so on.
We should be very kind to all living creatures. في كل كبد رطبة أجر. There is a reward in everything that is living, everything that has a liver, subhanallah. There is a narration of the Prophet ﷺ wherein he speaks about someone who was kind to a dog and earned the forgiveness of Allah as a result. And there are certain restrictions when it comes to our relation with the dog. But at the same time, it was the case in order to prove to us that we should never be unkind to any animal, no matter what it is.
Wow. So now I get a proper understanding why.
Yeah, you can't keep them as pets, but you can keep them for security's sake.
Yes. So a friend of mine also told me that where the dogs are not even allowed to go into the house because when it touches the cloth, even when you want to play with them and you come close to them, when you want to pray, you have to take that cloth off and change into something else altogether before you say your prayer. So they don't allow it into the house, and most people won't even allow any kind of dog in the compound or in the house, you know, because you don't know where the dog might throw into. Dogs, they just walk everywhere.
Because they say it will deduct your good deeds.
Yes.
Maybe when you get to the judgment day.
Yes. So how many good deeds do you do in a day for you to?
They believe in good deeds in Muslim that so you have they follow it so well. So I don't think, even for security's sake, I don't think most of them will want to keep them. Because even though you keep them, there's no way you won't want to touch them, no.
Yeah, cute.
They are so cute. Especially all those baby, those foreign dogs.
As I say, you can't keep a chihuahua in the house because it's not for security purposes, it's just for being pets. Yeah, so I understand. I have a proper understanding why she didn't want me to.
I never knew. I'm just hearing this for the first time, guys, that they don't keep dogs as
doesn't mean you shouldn't be kind to animals.
Yeah, that's
they
what
can
said.
keep, but they can't keep as pets. Even for most people won't want to even risk it for security purposes. They will just don't want it in the house. They'll find other ways of
it's better not to try something than to be tempted.
Yeah, exactly.
And you don't want to be tempted to, because you'll be tempted to, show them love, bring them to your house. They won't even want to enter your house. When
they see you, they'll jump on you.
They'll jump on you and they'll follow you. You don't know why they'll follow inside your house, and before you know it, people will see it another way. Maybe you have a visitor around.
Exactly.
You're not
why are you keeping the pets and stuff?
They don't know that it was for security's sake. But as long as the dog has entered the house, they'll have that conception that so you're keeping that as pet, and that's it.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
I think you learned something.
This is actually new to me, and I learned it.
Okay, guys, thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much for coming around. Guys, if you have any videos you want us to react to, or you have any opinion or any comment, just drop it in the comment section and we'll definitely respond to it. So we'll come your way next time. We'll just say
bye.